Hey everyone, Kaser. Welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Finally a new chapter has hit. It does seem like chapters are being more rare nowadays in this game. Every 3 weeks, maybe even a month. And they're really stretching out that storyline. But, on to U7, Chapter 43, Work Things Out with the Circle of Khanna. Yeah, that's right. They don't know everything just yet. But how can we be certain Casey isn't working for R? Or won't soon be? Speaking of the devil, I know you were all upset to learn my dad is the leader of R. I wish you hadn't found out the way you did, but however you feel about me, you can't let this break up the circle. We're too close. There's too much left to do, and things are more dangerous now than they've ever been. You may be right, Casey. But I hope you can understand how this information complicates our position. We finally know who the leader of R is, but it leaves us with more questions than answers. Perhaps I can help clear things up. I'm sure each of you have something you'd like to ask me. I'll tell you everything that I can. Hopefully that will clear the air between us and we can get back on track. Good idea. Whether that actually works or not, I don't know, but it's good to just be open and honest, right? Never keep secrets. I may not have handled this all perfectly, but I hope you can understand how hard it's been for me. For the first time in years, my dad is back in the picture again. But he's come to ask if I'll join the very group we've sworn to take down. We understand this is very complicated for you. It is complicated for us too. We've been double-crossed, triple-crossed. We've lost people dear to us. If you really want the circle to continue, there's something I think we all need to know. Has your dad's involvement with R changed how you feel about bringing them down for good? Yes? No. I think it has. I do. Because if R is really actually good, then that means what are we fighting for now? Of course it has. He's my dad. Before we take down R, I need to understand what he wants and what it has to do with me. Finally, a bit of honesty from KC. Whatever his intentions may be, we now have access to our leader. That means, if we're careful, we may finally be able to answer the questions we have about them. True, but if we're going up against R, dad or no, you should take the proper precautions. These are powerful witches and wizards we're talking about. We? You mean, you'll all work with me on this, even though my dad's the leader? Dude, that's so nice! What a great screenshot. We're with you, Casey. It's too late to back out now. Then it's time to change things up. No more hiding and sneaking around, and no more doing this by ourselves. Like Tulip said, the stakes are too high, the danger is too close. It is time I told Dumbledore what is going on. Perhaps he can help us turn the tide against R. So this is going to get really interesting. What is Dumbledore going to say? Is it possible that he already knows? What the? What is my dad doing here? Exactly! KC, we were just chatting about you. Indeed, your father would like to take you on a trip outside of Hogwarts. A day trip? A bit of family bonding time to get to know each other. That sounds nice. That sounds awkward. That sounds terrible. He's doing this on purpose. Because he knows I can't say no because Dumbledore's right there. Or maybe that's what I'm thinking. He probably didn't know I was going to show up. Well, if I want to infiltrate, so to speak, I guess I gotta go with it. That sounds nice, Dad. We could do some family bonding time. I'm glad you agree. Now, if only I could get Jacob to respond to my owls with the same enthusiasm. Perhaps we're going on an adventure, eh? I seem to recall your adventures often getting out of hand, Peregrine. Oh, Peregrine? Like the manticore on the Quidditch pitch? You accidentally let loose one manticore one time, and no one ever let you forget it. You knew my dad, Professor? Of course he did. Of course, he was a very talented Gryffindor and remarkably efficient in transfigurations. I only excelled because I had to find his professor. And perhaps because you often found yourself in detention, where I made you practice. The stories I could tell you about your father, Mr. Casey. What kind of stories? I don't know if this is necessary. Nonsense, Peregrine. You told me yourself that you wanted to reconnect with your son. And what better way through someone who watches you become the man you are today? I find that reminiscing can often help us uncover truths about ourselves and reveal curious memories. I see. In that case, I'd love to know more about my dad's school days. Yeah, I think I'm still the best. I'm the best student, I'm the best Gryffindor, I'm the best everything. Was I better than Jacob, though? I would say so, after all the adventures I've been on. I went into the different vaults, I stopped them, nobody did any of that stuff, I did. I mean, I had help. But still! Nobody in my family has ever done anything like that. Well, I mean, Jacob has, to some degree, but he never stopped it. I stopped it. I'm the best. I'm the winner. Let's just move on. It sounds like you were quite the charmer, Dad, and quite the rebel. What can I say? I have a way with words. Some might say it is your greatest power. I would say being able to cast a full patroness is my greatest power. I'd really like to take you on a little trip, Casey. We'll go down to Hogsmeade. Hogsmeade sounds nice, Dad. Brilliant! We'll best be off then. It was good to see you again, Professor Dumbledore. Perhaps a game of Wizard's Chess next time I'm in the air. Only if you could stand the humiliation of being beaten by an old man. And it is always a pleasure to speak to you, Peregrine. And you, Mr. Casey, please take care. We wouldn't want you getting lost on your way home. Of course, Professor. Come along, Casey. We have much to talk about and not nearly enough time in the day. Hogsmeade? I thought it was going to be a very interesting and exciting place, but it's Hogsmeade. I.e., I thought we were going to go to a new area. We were not. Well, at least I get a free meal. Hello, dears. And a good day to you, madame. What's your name? Rose Murder. How lovely. I believe you'll be a great provider. Dad? Casey, this is your father? Yes, Rose Murder, this is... Peregrine. The pleasure is all mine. Will you please provide us with 2 butterbeers? For you? Certainly. Yeah, he really does have a way with words, doesn't he? Professor Dumbledore is looking well. It is always good to see him. Why did you show up in his office? I thought it would be a nice surprise. Besides, I wanted to talk to you. I didn't want anyone to think I was... What, kidnapping me? Touché. I could have told Professor Dumbledore about you. You could have, but then we would miss out on this time to catch up. You weren't worried? Me? Of course not. I trusted you to make the right decision. You won't act until you know fact from fiction, unlike Jacob, who could never control his emotions. Now, let's get to the real reason we're here. Have you thought about the career you want to pursue after graduation? That's the real reason we're here? Of course. I told Professor Domino we were going to talk about your future. Well, I've done some assignments off school grounds. Magical Law Enforcement, Say Mungos, Magical Accidents and Catastrophes, the Aura Program. I can't believe you did all that and still had time for schoolwork. Oh, and the Magical Creatures Department. I had to tussle with a Wampus cat. Liz named him Tim. Sorry if I'm beaming, and I know it's embarrassing. I'm just so proud of you for taking your future seriously. You're just like your mom, always thinking ahead. Accept a compliment, reject the compliment. I think that's a nice compliment. I'll accept it. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Casey. I just wish things had unfolded differently with the family. But I'm so glad we're able to make up for lost time. And since we're here and talking, and you haven't had a Jacob-like tantrum and stormed out, I'm wondering... Here it comes! Have you given any more thought to joining R? I haven't exactly had a lot of time to myself. And I still don't know what you're trying to accomplish. This is one instance where I am thinking ahead. I'm happy to explain, and once I do, it should make a decision much easier. In the back of my mind, obviously, you don't want him to double-cross you. There's a lot that's going to happen still. I'm just trying to figure this out. We all are. Could Dad be telling the truth about R? Are they good? That's what we're trying to find out. Casey, there's a greater conspiracy afoot. It is infesting the Ministry of Magic. We have to work in the shadows, because we don't know how high up this goes. It is our goal to use our influence to displace certain corrupt Ministry officials. That doesn't sound like the Ministry I know. When I was there for school assignments, I didn't see any evidence of corruption. Perhaps not on the surface, but dig a little deeper and you may think of something. Well... Someone did try to use Veritaserum on me before the Wizengamot trial. Venomous snakes, the whole lot of them. I can't believe the Ministry would do that to my... What? The screen shook for a second, didn't it? Will you stop hovering over us and let me talk with my son? What the frick? Was my dad talking to his murder? So much for this being a nice time. I'm sorry. I just can't believe they would do that to you. To my own son. Now do you understand why R's mission is so important? I understand. It doesn't explain anything. I need proof. If he was actually going off on Rose's murder, then we're obviously seeing a different side of him, which could obviously mean his true colors. I can't just take your word for it. I need proof. I expect nothing less, or has all the proof you need. We still have a lot to talk about, and I know you aren't decided about R, but I hope it becomes more clear. Let's go for a walk. There's something else I need to tell you. So because he went off like that, that obviously puts an insane amount of doubt on you. Because it's like, well, maybe that's how he really is as a person. I love train stations. They represent a world of possibilities, don't you think? It reminds me of adventure. It reminds me of you leaving. Wow, that's actually pretty deep. It reminds me of you leaving your family behind any chance you get. I see Jacob's withering wit is rubbing off on you. You probably don't remember, but you and I were close once. You used to beg me to take you on one of my adventures. I even set up a pre-10 expedition at home for the two of you. You did? Sure did. I hid treasure in the house and gave you a torn piece of map as the only clue. I'll never forget that smile on your face when you found the treasure. And beat Jacob to it. I'm sorry I lost my temper at the 3 broomsticks. I just got so angry that anyone would try to harm you. Despite what you may think, I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. I hope you believe me. I believe you? Absolutely not. I don't know what to believe. I honestly do not know what to believe. He seems like a good person. Like he was talking about the ministry and what's on the surface and having to dig deeper. If we dig deeper with good old daddy, are we going to find something really, really bad? I don't know what to believe. This is all still so confusing. No matter how long it takes, I'll prove to you that everything I do is to protect you. We just need a little more time together. You've been gone for so long. You're different than I remember. I'm not that much different. Before you and Mom split, you were always around. You were always happy. Then you started going on longer and longer expeditions. You miss holidays, birthdays. I don't really know anything about you anymore. My choices have caused you and your brother so much pain. It is not fair that I wasn't there for you, and that's entirely my fault. But deep down, I'm still the same person you knew during the good times. We just need to take a trip down memory lane. The other thing that's crossing my mind is that he said he wants to do everything to protect me, so I don't get hurt. But does that mean actually doing bad still? See, Casey, we've had a lot of great times together. And those memories will last forever. But they're just that. Memories. So much has happened since my childhood, and you haven't been there for any of it. That's why I'm back. I can't change the past, but we can chart a course for the future. Together. No more watching me walk out the door. I want you by my side as we create a better world. Together, we can ride the ministry of the corruption and lies. We'll be heroes. More importantly, we'll be a family again. All you have to do is join our. I know you still need more proof. I'll provide it to you when the time is right. I have to get back to school. Thank you for spending time with me today. This was the best day I've had in a long time. Me too. Not for me. It was alright. Despite everything and all the doubt that I have, this was a nice time. Me too, Dad. Thank you for reminding me of the good times. There are plenty more good times ahead. Bye, kiddo. Until next time. So that's not it. I thought that was the end of the chapter. It's not. We're going to be talking to you, but in 4 hours. Dad says that all he wants is a better world, free of corruption and lies. But is the ministry corrupt? It feels like the more answers I get, the more questions I have. And what was the weird moment when Dad snapped? It was like he was a different person. Ugh. I forgot all about her. Mr. KC, working hard or hardly working? Oh, I gotta watch out for you. Professor Green, I'm just... Olivia. Call me Olivia, please. Professor Green makes me sound like an ancient crone. Anyways, as your professor, I feel I'm morally and ethically obligated to ask you how you're doing. You seem like you have a lot on your mind, and I certainly know a thing or two about mines. Like I said, I gotta watch out for you. Is there something funny? Just a little Department of Ministries joke. You work for the Department of Ministries? I can neither confirm nor deny that. What? Really? I can't speak about my former job. Speak? Were you unspeakable? What was that? Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my thoughts. I could do this all day. Please do. This is great. I like this. Well, it's not like I get to take snack breaks. Olivia. What's going on? Why are you here? Quite a philosophical question, Casey. I hope it is alright if I call you by your first name. I feel like I already know you because of your brother. So you did know Jacob? He's told me about you. Did he? I hope he mentioned my sparkling personality. He called your sweater vest hideous. He said you were wicked smart. He told me to watch out for your wits. I remember him talking about the sweater, but that's all I remember. So we're going with the sweater. She, of course, looks like she can take a joke, so we're gonna go with that. Even though it's not technically a joke. Actually, he called your sweater vest hideous. Hideous? They're not hideous. This one is vintage. I got this for 99 pence at a secondhand shop. You're just jealous that I have better fashion sense than him. I always have. It's nice to reminisce about the good days. I have such good memories. Memories? Yes, that's what I said. Sorry, Olivia. I just remembered something I've been meaning to ask you. Something about my class? No, I actually want to know what Jacob was as a student. I think his school day memories are incomplete? Let me guess. He's been selling himself as the bee's knees, hasn't he? Typical Jacob. I'll tell you exactly what he was like, so listen up. My memory is top notch. Well, I guess we know they used the phrase bee's knees back in that time. What question should I ask her about her memory? Yeah, it's a good idea. That's a lot of questions, Casey. I am not sure what Patricia Rakepick has got to do with any of this, though. I only met her once or twice, and we didn't talk much. Are you sure? Yes? Why would I lie about that? What about Duncan? What about him? He was friends with me and Jacob before. Press her about Duncan. Gently ask her about Duncan. Well, I'm asking her about Duncan no matter what, so I'm gonna go on at her. Before what, Olivia? Before he died? I don't appreciate your tone, Casey. Duncan Hatch was my friend. He was a person, not some curiosity to satisfy your thirst for knowledge. Duncan's death was a terrible accident. He was always experimenting, and your brother was always encouraging. He never should have tried to brew such a strong draught of living death, and then he tried it on a dare. Draught of living death? Are you sure it wasn't another potion? I'm positive. I never forget that terrible tragedy. I haven't brewed that potion since. I couldn't bring myself to. I should go, but it was nice chatting with you, Casey. Tell your brother I said hello. I know this is supposed to be serious, but she looked like she kind of tripped there for a second. She sounded sincere about everything she said. But why would she say Duncan died because of the draught of living death? It was a rumpant potion. He tried to brew an extra potent batch to get past something in a cursed vault. And she said she barely even talked to Rakepick, but I know she worked with her. She could have been lying, but I'm not sure. Something is wrong with Olivia's memories, and I aim to find out why. Yeah, that's actually true, probably, because Remember we found those old memories behind the painting? But yeah, anyway, this is now officially going to wrap up chapter 43. It was pretty much just all talking, so hopefully everybody was able to get through it okay. But we did find out a lot of interesting things. Our dad really has a temper. Olivia is clearly hiding something, or her memories are clearly having problems. And is R good? Because as we saw earlier, our dad wants to protect us, but does that mean even if it's going to be bad? Let me know down below though, what do you think of this chapter, and is there anything that maybe I missed? Probably. I would be very, very curious to know what your thoughts are and everything, because I would love to read everything and just gain a little bit more knowledge and ideas as well, because I clearly missed a lot of things, and I do rely on a lot of times the comments to get me caught up on certain things if I missed it or whatever, so let me know. Subscribe for more Harry Potter Hogwarts videos, and I will see you with more. Move forward, instead, Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.